There's a war in the feeling, they ain't keeping it real. They think it's easy to peel just cause they flipping those bills. The only vote is for kill, but if I trump it'll cost. We already walking dead in the land of the lost. I've been taking it way back, say Jack. Been my own wicked woman on the track while you twerking in the trap. I'm gonna get them plaques, yeah, my mind is on them racks. I'm just stating loosely facts, go and get that contact with your loose leaf ass. Leaning on the wall with your bathroom pass. Need a Wonder Woman in your life, how fast? How I'm gonna tell the truth, but you puff pass. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. She back, For unlawful carnal knowledge, I'm wedged into worry while they suck and hurry. I'm just skating, do my derby. Watch these cameras all pervert me. Won't respect my name and dirt me, but I woke up early. Even when I'm fucking late, I'm applesauce and frosting the cake. Bake your plate A while they ingenuities ace. I'm planning an escape with the Save the World 10.8. Love potion number 9, fine dine. I want a piece of American pie. Lie under pudding pop shot that I ate the chocolate up. Why they tell me Californication, Afro on Rodeo blaxploitation, and all this to the congregation.
From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apologies.
What it do, my friends? Welcome to another episode of the District of Misfits show. I am the Pasteurized Chef, and I'm screaming for some reason. Sorry, guys. We would like to welcome all the heathens to join us. We appreciate you. We are the drinking show and a podcast problem. Tonight's episode is Dior motherfucking Ashley Brown experience. Our good friend Dior Ashley Brown will be on shortly with us. She is replacing Boo for a time being. He will try to check in with us for a few minutes. Valerie Torres, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's cold. I don't like the cold. Fuck that shit. Not a
I
fan.
kind of shared wrong.
Uh,
I had to
I
redo
was
it.
I was so ready to make a white people joke, and I just let it ride. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was
I'm
like,
not one of those white people that like fucking cold weather, man.
and like for real, I'm all about low hanging fruit, and I was just like, you know what? Let it go, baby. Just let it go.
I'm disappointed in you, Jamie.
I'm disappointed in me too. Shit.
Oh, you got the fancy little coffee cup tonight, I see.
It's in the coffee cup, so half brown cup.
Oh, my
Ooh.
man.
See, I miss every time I see that. I miss St. Arnold's. The
Mm.
Yeah, those
But do
nice
you really
big.
miss St. Arnold's?
I do. I miss it a lot. I love those mussels. I love the mussel pots. All those beers that we had on tap.
Well, they're gone. You'll never get to see them again. So
Makes me
that's
Shit.
sad.
Maybe one day they'll come back in a different iteration. We
Uh,
had 20 different types of mussel pots. Like, you don't
that's
get
why
that
you
anywhere
guys are
else.
coming back. All right, guys. Jamie, how was your week?
My week was actually fine. I didn't do much of shit. You know, made some money, called a fucking day. Had a fun time with the kid.
All
Just
right.
came back from Friendsgiving. Nothing too crazy. How about you guys?
Thanksgiving.
No, fuck that shit.
I didn't do
anything.
very much.
Actually, I went on a hiatus. I didn't do anything. No social media, no nothing. I kind of like just blacked out for a little bit. And I don't mean black out drunk. I just kind of didn't want to do shit. And
Stayed
so I
off the
didn't do shit.
grid.
Stayed off the grid. You know.
You know what? It's that time of year where it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
But you know, we're getting ready for the holiday season for Crushing DC. So
Right.
I've been uploading all these new T-shirts, which you saw the new Philly as fuck, and
Mm.
a couple others. Like I'm working on Baltimore or Be More, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Make sure we have all the hoodies we need. So I worked basically. That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, I really was off social media as well. Um, the one highlight of my week is I took a pic. There was a lunar eclipse this week on, was it Thursday night into Friday, perhaps?
I didn't even know there was one, so sure.
Well, apparently
Let's go with that.
it was the longest lunar eclipse in partial lunar eclipse in 440 years. So it's a pretty
How
big
long was
deal. 6 or 7 hours, I think.
Shit.
It took about that long. Yeah, and it wasn't a full lunar eclipse because there was like 1% of the moon that was not obscured,
So here's
or
what
the
the
sun
picture.
that was not obscured by the
Here's
Earth.
the picture Val took. I'm
Oh.
like, when she said it to me, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like a key?
I
No.
literally was trying to figure out what the fuck that was. You remember those things from school when you put like your nose on it and you back away?
Yeah.
I swear to fucking God, I did that shit while smoking a cigarette. Like,
That was
just
the
really
best.
just like-
That was the best picture that I could take.
So here's what it's supposed to look like.
Well, that's with like a telescopic like camera.
I mean,
I think mine wasn't so bad considering.
yours looking like a taint of a goldfish.
I don't know what the taint of a goldfish looks like.
Not a taint of a goldfish, though. Marcus is familiar in all taints. Goldfish alike.
So Valerie Torres, give us our social medias. And we're gonna bring on Dior right after this.
Yes. So we are the District of Misfits Show. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits Show, on Twitter at DC Misfits, YouTube on our District of Misfits Show YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe, motherfuckers.
Please like and subscribe. Watch as many as you can. But for sure, like and subscribe. You can also find us on Twitch at District of Misfits. And if you'd like to buy some lovely wares, especially for the upcoming holidays, you can find some lovely things at crushingdc.com.
Try to get your order in before December 8th because of the backlog of everything.
Also, you know your grandmother would love a high as fuck t-shirt.
We got some PG shit coming, man.
We got an aunt out there who goes to church every week who just can't find out you DC as fuck. You gotta let him know.
So Boo's got a funny story. I'll let him tell you about his kid in school and website. Hey, Valerie, where can they find us? Go ahead, continue.
If you would like to be a guest on our show, or if you'd like to start a podcast of your own, we can help you at. You can email us at. What comes first?
The first one, District Dog Face Studio.
At the District Dog Face Studio at gmail.com.
And if you want to be a guest.
If you want to be a guest on our show, email the District Show at gmail.com.
All right, guys. With that being said, we're going to bring in one of my favorite people ever, Miss motherfucking Dior Ashley Brown.
Hello.
There you go.
Welcome back.
What up?
I love how he said Miss motherfucking. I was like, that's right.
Did you see the title of this episode?
What's the title? Oh my god. So I always tell people my name is Dior Ashley Brown, bitch. We was in the same.
Well, see, I don't like using the B word, and I didn't.
Yeah, no.
Goddamn liar. You just came out your fucking mouth and said I don't like using the B word.
Lies he tells.
I ain't asking this.
I said the word cunt way before I say bitch.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie too.
What? I say cunt all the time.
I've never hear you say cunt.
Oh, I hear it all the time.
Oh. No.
You fucking cunt. So, Dior, I got just for you tonight.
That's your AKA right there, cunt.
Yeah. I totally forgot that part of the episode. Jamie, you missed it. We were going with our names. Yeah. It was ridiculous, man. It was a
No, you
show.
told me about it. I'm just saying, I feel like you would be the worst wild Irish rose I've ever seen with a G-string. Like, just,
my god.
Now coming to the stage at 5'3", 250 pounds. He was around when Jesus was around. He's got a big hair and he's got big and blue hair. Ladies and gentlemen, let this fat bitch spread them cheeks for you. Marcus, wild Irish money.
Why do I keep coming back to this wild show?
Because Marcus is like with his hands on his knees and shit. But like white girl twerking, so it's like all knees and shoulders. Just like this or whatever. Swing his little big, swing that little big leg at people.
No.
The visual got too deep.
I mean,
That's just where you see it.
Jamie,
Look.
I will teabag you anytime you want me to teabag.
Ew.
Hey, look,
Do we not have
you call me
we don't even
Susan.
have safe words yet.
Right,
No,
you can call me
see, that's
Susan,
what
but the money's right.
That's what happens when Dior comes here.
I'm
Oh my
just
god,
saying.
you're just an active fool.
Marcus, you need to swing that ding-a-ling or something. Goddamn it, make some money. Shit.
Anyway, safe word.
Wait,
I'll be your pimp, Marcus. I'll be your pimp.
Hey, I'm down.
Hold on. Dior, last time you were on our show, was that the time when you were not drinking?
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. The first time I did it, but that wasn't the last time.
But then
Last
she
time
came on.
yeah.
I got her on
right,
around.
and then you came on as like a pop in like last
Yeah, she came in around like
But
11.
the last time you were a guest, you were doing the
the green
thing.
the green stuff.
And everybody was done. Oh my god. Last
Jamie,
show Marcus was on shrooms.
Yeah.
He was turned.
Oh no. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every time you come on, I'm either on shrooms or I'm taking my clothes off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Do you even remember last time, Marcus? Do you remember last time?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Because he had to watch it again. That's how.
Obviously, we got video evidence and shit, but
Me and Bars bonded that show. That's how I met Bars. I met Bars that show.
Oh, that's right. You have been on the show together. You have been on the show. All right. Let's do our safe words before we get off carried away.
Okay.
Dior, you can go first.
I guess Rose. That was not creative.
You know what? We
Yeah.
do,
I like it.
We
I like
do the
it.
Kaiser Sose every week, so it's fine. We're cool.
Okay.
Well, then mine is Shalada.
Shalada.
You're insane. Mr. Jamie?
leather.
So now I'm torn. I was going to go.
That sounds interesting.
Right? I'm like,
I'm going
Now,
to
what's right there? What's going on?
Y'all motherfuckers can take that wherever you want to, baby. Don't make me pull that ranch out. Don't make me pull that ranch out, goddammit.
oh no.
Still got real dominant real quick.
I ain't asking something till his first night. He ain't told me shit.
My safe word is going to be lace.
Lace?
So we got.
I mean, he is a stripper for the night. He is a stripper. But we gotta make that money. Come on, Marcus. Come on, y'all. Need you.
Leather and lace.
Forever who just showed up, this show
You're
is
so
not that
clever,
nasty.
Marcus.
Leather and lace, boy. If that don't sound
Jamie,
like
that should be our.
look, I'm gonna
That
say
should be
this
the
right now.
OnlyFans page.
You know how like our that sounds like the ghetto Dalmatians right there. Like that just sound like you know that rap group City Girls. Like I feel like leather and lace makes like stripper fight music.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I
feel like leather and lace will definitely rob you at the strip club. Like
fight music is when you touch that money. That's the fight.
Right.
Music.
That's the fight music right there, boy.
Okay.
Like leather and lace are definitely pulled off credit card scams.
You got rose, leather, lace, and shalada. That sounds very dominant. Leather and lace.
We sound like some fucking thoughts. Like we sound like Wednesday afternoon strippers. Like,
oh my god! Oh my god! This is wild.
We are Thelma and Louise at the Mustang Lounge. Stripping down.
Oh, not at the Mustang.
Yeah, the Mustang.
No, you don't know. I know. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Are we?
Yeah, are you reading that too?
What is happening here?
So,
Yeah, I felt bad. I was like, oh my God, well, don't die on this chat. This is not
Well,
good.
well, shit, Janet. I'm sorry. Damn.
All right, Janet.
Oh,
We're gonna make you laugh, Janet, and we hope you don't die
oh
of
no.
cancer.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't die tonight, but you can die tomorrow. It's cool.
Also, if you're that asshole who hacked my fucking Facebook page, bitch, I hope you die.
I'm so glad that you changed your profile picture to something that was a little more identifiable.
The fuck else?
I couldn't figure out which one was yours and which one was the hacked one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got hacked.
So I got Facebook sent me all this shit I need to do to like get my page back, and I was like, this seems like a lot of work for something I don't check that often.
Right. I know I'm not doing all that shit.
Like, man, this is rough.
So yeah, my dad.
What's it like to be hacked? What happens?
Oh, they basically like, so you gotta like send in your ID, not even a copy of, but like send in that shit and like residence, all the fun shit. It's like, yo, it's harder to get like into like college than it is to get your Facebook shit.
It's harder to get like FBI clearance than it is.
Right. Shit.
A friend of mine has had both. He had his first Facebook page hacked, and this person like was just like messaging like all of his contacts and like people he didn't really even know that well, and he was like personally messaging them, and they were like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "It's not me." Like he messaged me, and I was like, "What the fuck, CA? What is this?"
That a girl. Yeah, that'll take.
What
that,
is
we haven't done this in a while.
right?
Whatever.
Bow out here, turn.
Get that shit in, girl.
Anyway, and he was like, "It's not me." So he tried to argue about it. They were giving him a hard time. So he started a new Facebook page. This motherfucker hacked his second Facebook page.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Also was using pictures of his children.
Damn.
And, like,
that's wrong. That's fucked up.
And like, so he's called Facebook multiple times. They were like, it's exactly what Jamie was saying. Like, you have to send in all this like information, and he was like, I don't know what else to do. So he just took himself off Facebook altogether.
Can you sue Facebook for something like? I guess you can because you signed the agreement at the beginning.
I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a better way. I mean, it's ridiculous that this person or people, whoever, have hacked both of his Facebook pages are now using his children's images.
That is wild.
I don't know.
So this happened to my dad this week, actually. Somebody sent me like a message. Like, me and my dad talk personally every day. So like, he's not going to send me a fucking Facebook message, first of all. And then I noticed like our name was spelled back. Our last name was spelled wrong. And then like, my dad knows how to spell our fucking last name. My dad's a very
You would hope so.
kid. Yeah, he would fucking signed it for fucking 71 years. I figured he would fucking know. So like, and then the following the day, he's like, yeah, I don't know what that was. But it was.
Is Jamie peeing?
No.
Not on there.
That's like the Naked Gun scene.
I promise I'm not pissing in my sink.
Oh my
God. I got a cold. I got a cold from my 6-year-old son. So just be surprised I'm upright right now, because that motherfucker. Woo, dick.
Lots of fluids.
Look, I'm on a heavy diet of orange seed, cocaine, and fucking.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Cocaine doesn't help. Cocaine doesn't help.
You ain't nobody fucking MD, nigga. Let me do my drugs. Shit.
Well, speaking of.
Thank you.
This is
right there.
So this I want to show a TikTok, but this TikTok is actually informal for us, definitely for all of us for tomorrow. But it's it's a meal for a hangover cure, and the guy's actually right. So I just wanted to play it so everybody can, tomorrow morning you can have this for breakfast.
Wake up with a hangover, this is the best meal to eat. Here we go. I hope you're hungry. Eggs to break down acetaldehyde, which is one of the main reasons for a hangover in the first place. Now we have bananas for overall potassium and extra electrolytes as well. Now I know it might be weird, but add those pickles in as well. They are filled with water and electrolytes to help any dehydration that you might be dealing with. And ginger tea for any stomach aches or nausea that you might be dealing with right about now.
Ooh,
And that is all correct. And Jamie, as a Philadelphia Eagle fan, you do know the Eagles are famous for drinking pickle juice
for pickle
in the summer.
fucking ice cream, sir. Pickle.
Pho is my. Pho always saves me.
Yeah, well, Pho's got the bone broth in it, so that's.
I'm not a pho fan. I'm a ramen guy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I like ramen
It's
too.
similar.
Yeah.
I guess
Ramen
like
more
the
than pho,
broth.
actually.
Yeah, I like ramen more than pho because there's more options. Because you get veggie, you get chicken broth, you get beef broth, pork broth.
You can get all those with pho too. You can get them.
It's more. I
No,
feel
so they tell athletes to eat pickles or drink pickle juice because it's something, whatever the chemical is, it stops you from getting cramps. It like kind of fakes your brain out from thinking you're still hydrated. Which in the end will probably fuck you up.
Electrolytes?
Right?
No, it's the vinegar in the natural cucumber. It's electrolytes. Yeah, so it's extremely healthy for you.
But it like takes your brain out of head cramp. So you know that Charlie horse, the sex Charlie horse. Marcus know what I'm talking about. What were you like? You like this? You got to do the shaky leg, and then you got to get back to it. One of them jobs. Keep a pickle by the crib, cuz. Keep a pickle by the bed. Get right in there, and that's coming from Dr. Jamie. Goddamn it, keep a pickle by the bed.
Dr. Jamie.
Dr. Jamie, right there. That's a new segment for you, Dr. Jamie.
Dr. Jamie prescribed.
Yeesh.
Kind of scared.
Wow, wow.
So Dior, aren't you glad you came on?
I am. I always am. Y'all get me out of character and everything, and I love it. And
we get people.
And there's no filter.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're here for.
I need
it. On a Sunday night after a week of like listening to politics and whatever shit that we do, hustling.
Yeah. Yes.
This is perfect for a Sunday night for anybody who wants to just let loose and just fucking blow some steam.
Listen to a bunch of dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Dior, did you see the intro?
No, I missed the intro. Oh, what the intro had.
All right, so I'm gonna play the first 25 seconds of this intro.
Okay.
There's a war in the feeling, they ain't keeping it real. They think it's easy to peel just cause they flipping those bills. The only vote is for Hill, but if I Trump it'll cost. We already walking dead in the land of the lost. I've been taking it way back, say Jack, be my
Yo, oh, it's lit. The energy is there, and this is the vernacular, straight up.
So let your record company know that's what you.
Okay, I got you.
Because I'm sure we're gonna get flagged, and then
they're gonna shut us down. They're gonna shut us down.
We're gonna do it right. We're doing it right.
I've only lost a couple of disputes, so MCA gets me a lot, motherfuckers.
I need that hat. Is that the hat you talking about? Is that merch gonna be on the website? That right there?
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
I need that hat. Oh, that
we'll
hat.
Get you that hat, girl.
That thing says Crushing DC right there. I need that. Oh yeah, this mine right there. Mm-hmm.
So I have been on the show with you before. I don't think I've heard you rap too many times. I've heard like a couple of songs. But I always forget, in comparison to your face and what you sound like, every single time, I'm like, who this fat lesbian lady of rage sounding ass bitch right here? And then like you get on the screen, it's like, oh look, she got pretty, she got all her teeth. Like,
she is sexy.
Just glowing, you know what I mean?
True. Yeah, making me blush again.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, all this vernacular. Oh man, there's gonna be a power lesbian in these comments eventually.
It's all love. It's all love. I'm in all shapes and sizes. All of us MCs, all female MCs. We come in all different shapes, backgrounds, sizes, sexual orientation.
Right. Yes, y'all try for niggas do. You know, it's like the first time you see like DMX live. So we talking like '97 or whatever. I thought that nigga was like 5'80".
5'8".
And then like,
How tall is DMX? No, DMX is at least 5'9", right? 5'10", right?
No, he's like 5'5".
He's little.
When I maybe you know what? I did see him when I was a kid, so he looked on stage huge.
He also
He's
probably had
shorter.
like this.
He's shorter than me. He's shorter than me.
What?
he's a
That's
tiny man.
cool.
He's a tiny man. Tiny
So
man.
he has. So I
You ain't see that midget-sized casket they was holding on and shit like that?
Hold on, we not going there. You are not going there.
I'm just saying.
Nah.
All I'm saying is, like, they didn't even have a view and they just passed that motherfucker around. It was just like, here you go. You did not like that. Not like that.
DMX is 5'11". I'm like,
no. Listen, so a friend of ours does music production and shit. He was told by DMX not to shoot straight on, to shoot up to make him look bigger. Maybe he was wrong. I thought he was short.
His energy is huge. I'm gonna say that man looked like he was so tall to me. His energy was.
Well, I stand corrected apparently. So
what's that movie? What's that
5'11"
movie?
or 5'10".
Are you serious?
That's what it says. Yeah.
I
swore I thought he was tiny.
That's a damn lie, little itty bitty ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he's not. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks he's short.
He's not here to call you out. So well, actually, no. His spirit's ever present. He's in your dreams tonight, son. You sure? He coming for you.
He's gonna give it to you.
As one of 5 people on earth that know what DMX means, Darkman baby, extra sharp.
Wow. Cheers to that.
Jamie.
Cheers. Wow.
Darkman baby, extra sharp.
Cheers with my chelada and not
wow.
use
Jamie, here's to him topping you in your dreams.
I hope not. I mean, he may be short. Hey, look, he may be short, but
his name 3 times. That was it. You ain't watched Candyman? You said
don't even know why you bringing that shit up, because he may be short, but that nigga come with big dick energy, and I'm not here for that.
So I'm gonna get a text like a 6 o'clock.
You are not gonna be in here ruining my booty because I made a joke about your dead ass.
I got to go. Yo.
Just in the middle of the night.
I'm praying over this entire interview.
Next time I come on, I'm praying. And then like just a dick like this just like comes from under the fucking bed and shit. I ain't got time for that, yo.
This is what's that crazy comedian? I forgot his name. Who be going? Oh my gosh, bro, that's right.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Ooh, shit's hot.
Oh my God.
DMX is like he got a dick the size of a fucking wine bottle. You know that nigga had 15 kids? 15 fucking kids?
Never. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. This is terrible. Oh my God. You got another meme a while there.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. I was
Jamie, tonight in your dream, you're gonna turn around and this is what you're gonna see.
Oh Lord.
Yep.
Oh no.
And your ass is gonna be back up to his cop.
Look, and I'm watching Vikings now too, so you going to Valhalla.
I ain't gonna hold you. Be it that I know that's corn syrup, like I could be gay in my dreams. Like that's all right.
Don't worry, DMX.
I ain't got no control over that shit. Like I'm like, bro, why your hands on my shoulders? This corn syrup is so sweet. Don't tell nobody.
Rose from the concrete.
See, you're just like throwing out words now.
You forgot to read my poem. That's funny as shit.
Sponge cake.
Sponge cake. Pineapples. Butt cheeks. Oh my God. You know.
So let's talk about Jamie's nightmares a little bit more. TikTok, Jamie, here you
go. I can't with y'all, man. Every
time. Now I'm sweating.
Right,
I'm gonna get sued.
Jamie,
get sued. Yeah.
Don't do this.
Oh shit! He's right after us! Hit it! Hit that bitch!
Oh,
hit
no.
that!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You know, I haven't been scared of clowns in a while.
What you may not know is that Jamie has a little bit of a thing with Pennywise. A little bit.
What? He's on mute. I don't know about this. What is happening?
I think he's
he has a loss for words. He
Jamie,
always got something to say.
Did he mute himself?
He muted himself. It's not.
He's paused.
The fuck, yo? Like that whole. Play that shit again. Play that shit again.
No.
Play that shit again. I just want to. I'm already getting fucked by DMX tonight. Like, let's just keep it fucking going. Like, this nigga, too.
Yeah. There we go. Let me bring it back up. Okay. There we go.
Oh shit! He's right after us! Hit it! Hit that bitch! Hit that! Oh shit! Oh my
god! That's like the clown purge. I don't have time for that.
Man, a clown purge would be amazing.
You know how people be talking shit like, yo, that was me. I'll kill that motherfucker if that was me.
Nope.
If that was me, my bitch has to be dead to the motherfucker. Dead as shit. I mean that shit for the zombie apocalypse. If I had to go back to slave times, if I was a Jew during the Nazi fucking whatever the fuck, I'm dead. That's some bullshit right there. First thing first, you only got a couple seconds with me. I watch horror movies. When motherfuckers be screaming and trying to fight back, I got an off switch somewhere. Because all you gonna get is that's it. Look, you got two screens. And I smoke cigarettes. Fuck you. There's no motherfucking way in hell. I ain't got no gun. This motherfucker on the back, I'm crying a shit on myself. I can't stop crying.
That was a lot.
And he just sitting there, the fuck, man, fuck that shit. I would be dead ass silence. Like, you know we're just gonna die, right? Like, I don't even know why everybody's so upset. I ain't gonna be no fucking help.
We dying.
You know we all dead, right? Like,
we all dying.
Look, you might as well just hit 120 past you this L, because I ain't walking away from it.
Anybody want a shot? Let's do a shot. We dead.
I think I would survive the zombie apocalypse. I'm watching the zombie movies. I think I know how to do that. You gotta chop their head off. You got to.
Yeah.
Chop their head off.
Or shoot them in the head.
Every horror movie is chopping something's head off. Like,
I'm gonna sound real crazy right now. I got like maps of DC and Philly and shit of like sewer systems and fucking and like where the substations are and all this other shit. I've been scared of the zombie apocalypse for years. I ain't gonna hold you. That don't mean this nigga gonna survive. I may have a plan, but that don't mean it's gonna fucking work.
I know. I got a plan though. I'm hopeful.
I got some people I hope I can go grab real fast. You know what I mean? That don't mean it's gonna happen.
I don't like all these zombie movies. Like after I decided I knew I could get them, now they're evolving them. Some of them have created languages.
Right.
Some of the zombies
they're thinking.
I ain't got
before they were just like.
You know what person? There's two people in zombie movies that always piss me off. One is the dude who get bit and don't tell nobody at the camp. He just be walking around all willy-nilly.
Get on my nerves too.
That motherfucker right there. And it's every movie. It's always one. You be like, you dirty bitch. Right, trying to hide it and shit. It's like, yo, how the fuck you get bit like on the sternum? Like, you got sternum. No one has ever bitten anything on the fucking sternum, you fucking bastard. Shit. And number two, the motherfucker who has to go back and save somebody, but nigga, they did.
Oh
They
my
did.
god.
Yo, I'm my dog. I gotta get my dog.
Somebody leave them. They're dead. They're dead.
I gotta go get Fluffy.
If I'm on the other side of DC and the zombie apocalypse starts, and my son is like on the other side
of
DC,
no.
I'm just hoping to God it was quick. Hoping to God it
was
quick. Hoping to God it was quick, boy.
Oh my god! Look at them things. What the hell is that?
That's zombies on acid. Zombies on acid.
No.
I'm cool up that shit. I was surprised the fuck out of that one.
Right? Knock them
I
over.
think we can get away from that.
Their eyeballs out.
I feel like I'll be fine with that. I'm gonna do that shit. Watch some Woody Harrelson movies. Like just sitting around doing dumb shit. It's another zombie at the window. Why the fuck shit? It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
I'm gonna beat my dick in peace. Those zombies look like they don't eat brains. They just watch you masturbate.
Peek in your window.
Let's look. See.
What world is that?
They're disturbing.
They look like the dude from Beetlejuice with the little tiny head.
Oh man, Beetlejuice.
Oh man,
love that movie.
I fucking love that movie too. I try to find a way to take my son to go see Ghostbusters, and I thought about it. I'm not trying to deal with this 6-year-old nightmares yet.
Like, they have a new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it came out on Thursday.
All right. Sexiest man alive.
See, look, don't they look like
Paul Rudd's in it? Oh my god.
See?
God, I love that fucking movie, Beetlejuice. I feel like anything that came out in the 80s was about crackheads.
Do you know Michael Keaton's in that movie for a total of 9 minutes?
No, is that?
Yeah,
true?
look it up.
Look it up. Wait. That actually makes perfect sense.
Look it up. 9 minutes.
No, that's about right. That's about right.
So here's another thing.
There's the 1 or 2 times where he's the fly.
Right.
You hear his voice a couple of times, but the only real screen time he has is at the end of the movie when he tries to do the wedding.
So here's another one. Anthony Hopkins for Silence of the Lambs won an Oscar for it. I think he was in the movie less than 20 minutes, maybe like 11 minutes total.
All right, this one says 17 minutes of
screen. Oh, we got it. All right, 17 minutes. It's an hour and a half movie.
Hey, so, Marcus, we scammers out here. We round up, baby.
I do love that movie though. Beetlejuice. I actually watched the Broadway production of it. And,
there was a Broadway production?
Yeah, and it's actually far racier than the movie.
I mean, it was Gina Davis.
No.
In the movie it was Gina Davis. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to see any titties and ass.
No. I mean, it wasn't not like racy, like tits and shit, but like it was just very.
The language.
The language was a lot.
It was less Beetlejuice, more like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Who are these people who are coming?
Now what do we have?
It was great though. I love it.
Somebody said I'm a little anxious, if you know what I mean.
So this is actually a friend of mine from college, Sean Gorman.
Okay.
That's right.
Sean, we're here for you. Tell us why you have anxiety. Maybe we can talk.
Don't tell us shit. Do not tell us a motherfucking thing. Ain't nobody here a doctor, lawyer, or a fucking Indian chief. Just keep it to yourself, bro.
I mean,
be a man.
Do a shot.
This is not the show. This is not the show. Stardom Star.
TikTok.
Oh, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Oh, 3 times.
Like, what do you guys want?
Now, see, when a crackhead walk through your goddamn back door, I want to hear shit about it. Like, you call,
my God.
What's up, baby?
So speaking about the
nachos.
All right, so
I can't.
All right,
this is bad.
I'm gonna play a TikTok about firefighters. And
okay.
Huh?
triggered a house fire in San Diego. When firefighters put out the flames, they discovered an elaborate pot-growing operation there in the garage. Firefighters say some of those marijuana plants did burn. They also say one person was treated for smoke inhalation. So much smoke.
The fucked up thing is like it all led up to that happening, and it was still fucking funny, yo. I inhaled so much smoke. Oh man,
there's contact like no other.
Right.
Oh, shit, right. That's all you can do.
You cannot drug test that man after that shit. Like you ready to
exactly.
Save your fucking life and watch this right. We have to drug test you. Like motherfucker.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking lose high as shit. You know I'm hot. Like, I inhaled so much smoke.
And all he could do was laugh. He was laughing.
I mean, what else you gonna do in life at that point?
Right.
I mean, you're like,
his face too. You could see it in his face. He was just like,
my mouth.
He looked relieved. It was probably the most relaxed day at work ever.
I'm melting.
And where was he? So in California, Tucson, where's it at?
San Diego.
San Diego.
They can't have an operation. They can't have a weed operation. Or was it legal?
Well, so here's the thing about California. They made it legal, but the feds still went in there and busted people. That's how Chong got busted. They were busting head shops. So they basically federal police didn't listen to the state regulations. So that happened because they were the first state that did it. So it was like for the first like 5 to 10 years they fucked with people. Like even if you were legit and went by the state laws, federal people didn't give a fuck. And someone like Chong is very outspoken. Tommy Chong. So he's very outspoken about it. They just said, fuck you, put him in jail for like 2 or 3 years.
Wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger the governor when that happened?
I believe either right before him or right in the beginning of his thing.
Like that dude was on pumping iron, blowing tree. Y'all remember that shit? Like he was like, yeah, I do the pumping and I smoke. It's fantastic.
I do not remember that. But I am not.
That's the same one because later on he was like winning competitions like sets. It's like call me good, right? It's like, oh dude. Pull it back, holster that thing, shit.
Yo, his son looks just like him. It's crazy.
I didn't know he had a son.
Crazy. He's got a son.
Well, it's either look like Terminator or Frankenstein. Not Frankenstein, a skeleton. Because his mom was like a fucking skeleton.
Creepy.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
That's that Heinz ketchup money, bro. You better watch out. She have all
I thought she's a Kennedy.
No, she's a Kennedy.
I thought they have Heinz money. Which one's married to?
I'm talking about the child he had with the mistress.
Oh yeah. No, wait, pause. Y'all want some real wild shit? And this makes total fucking sense, right? If you watch all the fucking movies, especially Total Recall, okay, he was like, "Oh, I like him exotic, little dirty," and then he get this little Mexican bitch pregnant who's mowing his fucking lawn and taking care of his kids. Oh, motherfucking circle, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Wow. Look at all the fucking 80s movies and shit. He got a little Mexican Colombian bro somewhere. Lined up, ready to go. He knew what he liked. He wasn't playing.
He left Kennedy for Homegirl, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The drama. These are the days of our lives.
Drama.
All right, he does look.
Yikes.
Just
right?
like him.
And that's
There's like none of his mother at all.
No, I can see some mom. I can see some mom.
He's got her nose, but he's got the rest of his face.
Yeah, it's kind of misplaced. You know, like you ever do like Willow? What's that bitch's name? Willis, Smith? Bruce Willis's daughter.
Oh, Willow Smith.
Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis's daughter.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, but she got his big ass head, but she got the
Yeah,
more
that's
itty
rumor,
bitty
right?
ass face. Like
You're
she
not
was
supposed to
all.
be going
No, I swear to God, she got this big ass head and she got the be more little ass face. It's like a balloon, right? And you put this itty bitty ass stuff to the eyes, and nose, and mouth. That's what this look like. Like,
I think you're
come on,
right.
Marcus, bring that
Rumor
shit. I'm
Willis.
telling you.
I got it. Fucking chill, motherfucker. I got this.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, she does look like her pops.
Who the fuck is that bitch on the right? I mean the left.
His hooker.
Wait,
Oh shit.
The girl in the
His
yellow is his
other
daughter.
daughter. Chill out.
that's the
Yeah.
other daughter. The
Oh,
blonde is
Yippee
rumor.
Yippee motherfucker with that big ass jawline. God damn.
Woo!
She was jawsing this shit. Like
She really does. So she has like sort of like Demi Moore's face, but then she has his
that's fucking
his
balloon.
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
here's
Mhm.
the
His like
other one.
jawline and his head. Yeah.
Right? See, look at this
Yep,
shit.
yep.
Mm.
Straight up, straight up.
Mm, 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 mm.
Poor thing.
You gotta
Bruce
wake up in
Willis
the
was my
morning.
god. All the action films back in the day. You knew it was gonna be lit, and Bruce Willis was.
I love
Wow,
him.
it's
I've
a
loved
whole
him
nother
since
world.
Moonlighting.
So Dior,
Yep.
I got a question.
Okay.
Tell me
Uh
about this
oh.
picture.
Okay. So yeah, that's at that's at DC Music Summit. That's there was a lady who was selling these glittery knuckles, these brass knuckles, and we bought them. Yep, we had like a vendor, and it was Mega's birthday. She's on the team, and
Okay.
we gave her cupcakes, so we're all like partying and celebrating after that. But that's during DC Music Summit virtual last year.
All right. And now is this your team?
Yes, that is
All
the
right.
DC Music Summit team. There's some new members now. Some folks have had to Dave has got had to go to LA, but he kind of works remotely. But yeah, that's pretty much the team right there. Mm-hmm.
Now, when you say team, well, first of all,
Uh,
explain the music summit real quick for everybody who
yep.
doesn't know already.
Yes, so the DC Music Summit empowers musicians and creative professionals so that we can thrive. So pretty much they learn about how to organize their business acumen so they can do their business better. And we started off as an event, and we're an event and a nonprofit. So we're going to be having like yearly programming. We're going to have, oh, excuse me, monthly program throughout the year, and then our yearly DC Music Summit. And so the next summit will be in May 2022.
Okay.
And we're going to have all these classes where you can, things like learn about music publishing, learn how to, do your tax write offs, learn how to network with others, how to balance self care, all of that. But DC Music Summit is dope.
That's
We're
pretty
about
fucking nuts.
amplifying artists. Yeah, we have two memberships. We have a adult membership and youth membership. $50
Mhm.
for the whole year. You can get like discounts
That's
at
it. No, that's wait. That's
second
it.
for the whole year. That's it
Damn,
for the
bro.
whole
Wow.
year.
Do
Discounts at Chuck
not.
Levin's. Yep.
Okay, that's what's up. Chuck Hobbs is a great
Yeah.
part of the community for the
Yeah.
music community.
Yeah.
Um,
Washington
those
Area Lawyer of the Arts. You can get discounts with taking classes with them.
right on.
Mm-hmm.
$50.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'm saying $50 is cheap, but also if you're an up and coming artist, you're usually starving, so $50 is a lot. So
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot of
Yeah.
ramen noodles.
Yep.
So that's actually really cool that you're actually supplying that to.
Yeah.
I mean, you were there before. You know how it goes.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
absolutely. Hell yeah.
So
And the other thing is if you volunteer, there's so many opportunities. Like you can volunteer to be a part of the summit. And so you'd share some of the your shift time helping us out and then the rest of it, going to any class you want. So we always need volunteers day of summit. So there's always we're always finding a way to have everyone involved and making it totally and completely inclusive. And the membership is so that we can start running as an organization. We don't have funding. We're trying to raise funding. We just got our 501c3 status, and I just announced that on this show, and I wasn't supposed to yet.
Ooh. Yeah, motherfucker. That's what happens when you come to the DCS Fuck Show and you're friends of ours. Oh wait, I called it DC as fuck show. See, you brought that back out
Wow.
of me.
Yeah.
You brought that back out of me. See, so Dior goes back way back with me when it comes to DC as
Yes.
fuck show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom. So no, it
Yeah.
was.
Jack Levins.
So Dior,
Yep.
I heard this
Bob, did you give me pictures for this?
no, because I don't have any.
Okay, keep going.
I'd heard about this article on WTOP last week about this truck, music truck.
Mm.
Have you heard of this? It's
Oh
out of
yes,
they
yes, the
use it out
recording
of our
booth.
shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
I found it to be really interesting, and I was wondering what your thoughts are on it.
Well, I think it's dope. There's a sister actually that I know I think it's Holly I think of Holly's last name, but she's doing the same thing, and people are creating these kind of mobile bills for live recording, which is
It's
great.
fucking
That means
awesome.
it can happen anywhere. I think it's amazing. It makes it accessible too. And you already
Mhm.
know how much it costs to like build a studio, then you got to do all this padding and like
Yes, the padding is
I
expensive as
mean,
fuck. God damn that
you can take that
padding.
anywhere in the world with you. You know what I'm saying? You can travel wherever with that bad boy, or anywhere in the world. But maybe that's probably reaching it because you got to pay for them shipping costs. But you can drive that
Right.
all over the U.S. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's amazing. I mean, I hope that they make it accessible and go to all different types of neighborhoods and include,
Right.
people who don't have access to that. I need to reach out to them. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
my
think it's
understanding
brilliant.
is that they do. It's a mobile truck, and they just try and offer opportunities to up and coming artists that
Yeah.
that want to be able to record and maybe don't have the means or the
So
platform.
Oh, I need
I
to reach out to them. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so this is my next question. Like, you don't just
Yeah.
show up in a neighborhood with $10,000 worth of equipment. I don't care what neighborhood you
Yeah.
go to.
Don't do
So like,
that.
you got to have a connection somewhere, like
Yeah.
someone like
Yeah.
yourself do, or be like,
Yeah.
Dior, connect us with like 10 broke ass artists who need help. I mean that. I mean that in the nicest fucking way.
No,
Like,
no, I
right.
totally know where you're coming from. Yeah,
I
yeah,
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
send that broke motherfucker over here real quick.
and,
um,
and it's crazy because I mean it's also I also push about changing the mindset too. Because I
Mhm.
think artists are automatically, we put in that zone like you're paupers, you won't make any money, and then it's like, oh, well, when you start getting all of these business things together, you can start, looking into business loans, and you can. I mean, these are things that I'm learning. You can because
right.
we don't automatically think ourselves as business people. Like artists supposed to be these flighty people, and I was taught that for a while, and then I was like, hold up, if I'm really taking this seriously and I need to eat off of this stuff, I'm gonna need retirement. Like,
Right. Yep.
I'm gonna need to get these things together. So that's really where DC Music
I,
Summit is trying to build that foundation.
and I love that. And I'll tell you something. Like, my mom, Boo told me something a couple weeks ago about like, like, we give out hats and shit. Like, I'm making a
Yeah,
brand ambassador. He's like, we can write all that off. I'm like, what?
sure
What?
can. Yep, yep.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
that studio.
Jigga what? Jigga who?
He's like, that studio you built. We can write that off. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Like my
Traveling,
head just
having their
went.
meetings.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
for you doing that, that's like awesome. So like, I
And,
appreciate
and
that.
right now, like, no problem. And right now, like, there's a lot of opportunities when you do your taxes and things like that, where like if you're a small business, you can get all these benefits, and it kind of is like
Right.
it's encouraging. Like our system is encouraging of small businesses, like our
Jay,
U.S. system, things I did not know about.
Right. You
you
just
just
need to know about it. Like no one really
so
tells
it's a
you about it,
game. You
Yeah,
just need
right?
to
it's
know
a
the rules
game.
of the game. If you know the rules of the game, you can play it.
Yeah. Oh,
Cause
they
see,
don't
I'm a
make it
little
loud for you. They don't let you
well.
know. You
I'm
gotta look
fortunate.
at it.
I'm fortunate because my father was a
Yeah.
banker for 50 years and did commercial loans. So
Uh,
like, anytime I have any question about money law and shit like that, I'm like,
yeah.
Dad. So I'm lucky. Like, I know that I got that privilege of just having a father in the financial industry. So like,
Yeah. Yeah.
if anything, I have a question about my LLC or anything like that, I'm popping into him. Like, that's the first person I call.
That's
Any
right.
contract that I
Yeah.
write up, whether it was consulting in restaurants or our company here, first
Yeah.
person, because he's written, I guaranteed 5,000 contracts in his life.
Oh yeah, I
So
want to sit down with Dad because Dad's a banker, and you
oh,
can
dude, my
just pick his brain.
listen, my roommate who's owned multiple restaurants over the years still calls my dad like, should I do this or should I do that? And like, You know, he's retired now, but he still knows all the fucking rules and shit. Like, he's a good brain to pick. And he's exactly like me, but he's 70.
He is. He's like Marcus.
See, that's
like,
what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Pops. Yep. Get that wisdom. Get that. I'm telling you, man. Because I mean, even being taught that, like a lot of people don't have access to that type of mentorship, you know. And then a lot of people don't want to deal with money in that way, you know. And so that when you start like, wow, you really do have to be so analytical, and you gotta count. It is a lot of numbers and a lot of organizing your paperwork and keeping up receipts. Like that part isn't that fun, but now everything being digital is becoming easy.
Yeah, but I mean, I still keep all my fucking receipts. I got receipts like fucking.
You have to keep them.
My dad is still that old black dude with like a wallet that fucking thick full of receipts.
Yeah, my dad's the same. Yeah, my dad's the same.
No, I'm always just like, you ain't took
that's
out
the old
one.
Rolled over.
Right, rolled over. You ain't took out one sweaty ass motherfucker.
My wallet is this is how big my wallet is. Like the size of this little fucking thing. Like I don't carry any of my credit. I mean, I have like 2 or 3 credit cards in there, and like every time I get home, I take all the shit out that I don't need. I don't know this fucking lottery tickets.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, you don't.
And shit. Nah, fuck all that.
Hello, Marcus. Just put it in a file.
Oh, dude. I mean, I treat it like I used to run restaurants. Like I got like prep sheets and fucking ledger sheets and inventory sheets and
yeah. And that's
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jamie. I want you to read a meme.
Okay.
Now, we said we were gonna let it. We said we were gonna let it come up naturally, but fuck it.
Oh Lord! Another felony reminder to stop eagerly getting out of jury duty just because you don't want to. Facts. Because fuck that kid.
So that being said, I have another one for you to read. It goes hand in hand.
Salesman, slap top of trash can. You can fit a whole American justice system in here. Ooh, shit. You know what? I knew that little fuckwad was going to get off when the judge was talking about how you can't say the word victim, but you can say rioters.
Yeah, you and I said
agitators.
I mean, it's just I don't even know how the system is so flawed. The judge clearly was swayed and skewed a certain direction, and like I mean, I don't even know how the prosecutors couldn't have asked this judge to recuse themselves, because I mean they're already biased in one direction, and it's evident by by the language that they were allowing versus language that they were not allowing. And
now, if you ask for a new judge, is that a mistrial?
No.
Because I mean, when he said the rioter victim thing, I would have asked for a new judge right off the jump, right there. I mean, like this dude is not going to. This dude is not going to be fair.
Honestly, I'm hoping for is that they fuck him like they fucked OJ. So as black people, we celebrated a little bit too early or whatever. Because boy, oh boy, I'm not saying the motherfucker did it, but I swear to God, I know he wishes he did. And you look at the parents, you look at that fucking kid, you look at that crusty ass suit he was wearing in fucking court on national TV. They ain't got no money. But I'll make sure for the rest of his motherfucking life he ain't never gonna have none. He's gonna be a poor.
No, he's gonna write a fucking book.
Right. And every day
he's gonna do tons of interviews.
He's gonna fucking
tons of interviews, whole 9 yards. You can make it show that every single dollar he gets goes to the fucking victims.
So I was watching something, and they were just talking about people who were funding his thing. It's like this Christian church and like all these right wing shit. Which is
the white people. It's the white people.
Wow.
Yo. I most recently got not most recently, about a month or 2 ago. But this one lady he comes to Looking Glass, she was telling me how she grew up in this huge Southern Methodist church, and like the things that they would say, like basically like good Christians are Republican. Shit like that. And like her dad was one of the deacons there. He would get in trouble because he would go to the black and Spanish neighborhoods and preach the word or whatever like that. And they'd be like, well, why are you going over there? They're not giving any tithes. Like you need to keep all that word and goodness over here, stuff like that. Like y'all the worst Christians all fucking time.
You're supposed to go into the trenches. You're supposed to go into the
See,
harder
and
parts.
those are the people who ultimately,
Mhm.
if they believe in it, they will be going to hell.
They
Yeah.
don't believe in it. So speaking of Republicans,
Mm-hmm.
I got a TikTok.
You're a Republican without telling me you're a Republican.
In case you didn't see it, read the top comment and then watch what she does.
Tell me you're a Republican without telling me you're a Republican.
One move. I tell you,
anytime
man.
I see these TikToks when like I should say that some of the rad people like give shit to the liberal side, their spelling is horrible. Like I can't spell, but I have Grammarly to make sure I can spell things right, and I have spell check, and I have. They say Grammarly. I spend $10 a month, and I can write sentences and paragraphs and fucking shit.
You pay for Grammarly. I gotta grow up,
dude. Listen.
You tripping?
The way
I'm not even trying to be like you when I grow up. Ain't nobody paying for Grammarly. What the fuck?
Dude, I have to write like professional letters and shit to people, so I can't sound like me. I can't sound like me.
I gotta sound like the white guy representative of me.
Grammarly is the representative of me.
I didn't go to college. I grew up in the kitchen. Like, fuck, I can't speak.
Grammarly's been asking me for probably about 5 years. Can you please?
Dior. I tell you.
I'm like, no, thank you.
They're not giving me money. I'm just telling you.
You know what? Does Grammarly have like a 6-month package, like a gift card program? I got a cousin, boy. Let me tell you right now. It'd be like y'all. You need guys with like a C and an H. Not fuck around with this and this. I'm like, somebody birthed you. You somebody's baby. We related. You can't spell. You can't conjugate. Like somebody loves you.
Buy him a year program, man.
And you just out here on Earth selling this gum in public forums. I hate him.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's so many people who email me, and I'm like, you don't even have a subject in the email. I'm like, at least give me the subject. Can you say hello? And they be like, yeah. So, and I'll be like, where did the conversation begin and end? I don't even know who you are. I'm telling you, man, it's not a game. It's not a game out here.
Sent from an iPhone.
Okay, yep, that's right. That's exactly it.
It gives me heart palpitations.
I need your help.
When I see like really poorly written, like or misspelled and like poor grammar, I just like, I don't know. I can't handle it.
You can forgive some of it, but if it's terrible.
If it's terrible, it like hurts me back here. Right back here.
Yes. So before Grammarly, and I still do this with Val. I make Val read all my emails before we send them, but I do Grammarly first, and then give it to Val, and then let her do the fucking grammar, fucking Nazi bullshit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have been laughing too hard because it's cold as shit outside. My fat ass is sweating. I didn't even mean to interrupt what was going on real fast. I just looked at the glossiness on my big ass forehead right now. And it's not like Dior's got the natural glow, you know what I mean? That what it means to be a woman.
Oh.
And then meanwhile, my fat ass over here got the meat sweats. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm turning my air conditioner on.
Turn the heat down. Yeah, turn the heat down.
I don't even have a motherfucker on this shit. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Give me a second.
Need to open a window or something.
Don't be taking bars to it, y'all. Come on now, let us. Don't be stressing bars out.
I'm trying.
Listen, this motherfucker just got a headphones for the fucking podcast. We've been doing for fucking
right. Last week was the first time he had headphones. He was like, "What?"
I'm like,
"Wow, this is incredible."
What was that?
What happened?
The meat sweat. guys, wow.
Jamie, you have to charge your mic. Oh, he can't hear me. I don't know. I'm talking shit to him.
We can't hear you.
No.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you. You're
No.
on mute.
I think his thing died.
Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Did your
His
headphones
thing
die?
died.
I ain't charged him since like last week too. So
Marcus
Jamie-
just said that.
Jamie, let me explain to you how electricity and power and charging work.
or you
Not
can go fuck
charged
yourself.
in. No. I'm not the one waking up with fucking DMX tonight. Okay, so really fast, we have our
You
special
wish.
friend Megan. We have our friend Megan Gay is going to come on and talk about the mask mandate.
Oh, okay.
Megan.
I didn't even know about this. This is crazy.
Well, you're about
Oh
to
yeah,
find
well
out.
it's being lifted
What?
tomorrow.
So Dior,
Whoa.
Megan, Dior.
I'm going in raw as shit tomorrow.
Hey,
What
How
up,
are
Megan?
you?
I know the very rare gay sighting.
Turn your light on.
I know right away.
I live in a ghetto ass DC building. My power's out.
Why? Oh, that sucks. I was like, why Megan incognito?
Yeah, come on. I'm like, I know. Like, I live in a. But Marcus, can you actually like hear me? I'm coming over my phone.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, I know the very rare gay sighting. I'm here in DC. So the mask mandate.
Yes.
Shoot, go.
Okay, so today is Sunday. DC, hey, thanks Bowser. They're lifting the mask mandate tomorrow in DC, and what that means is that the DC government is lifting their power of being able to enforce a certain masking mandate, but they're giving the power to businesses or locations that people are walking into. And I think people don't understand the distinction of this, where the average person who's walking around is thinking that oh, hey, I don't have to wear a mask anymore. But what it actually means is that the business or location you're walking into, now the government doesn't have the power anymore. The business you're walking into has the power to enforce their masking mandates like they would with anything else, where they're like, they can say you have to show your ID. They can say you have to no shirt, no shoes, no service. Masking is part of that. So there's a very important thing that's going on in DC right now, where people are walking around thinking like tomorrow is going to be a free for all, where it's actually not. The power is in the hands of the business you're walking into, whether they will or not require you to wear a mask. And I'm just hoping in my heart of hearts that it isn't going to cause any more problems that don't already need to be there with us walking into what's going to be a really busy holiday season. Everything's happening on a weekend this year.
Right.
Wow.
This whole situation, there's gonna be a lot of door guys arguing with white women.
Yeah, I mean, like
the problem with that is that during the mask mandate, it was easy to the argument with people were, well, talk to the mayor, right?
Yeah.
It's a citywide mandate mandated by the mayor. So even if people didn't agree with it or whatever, you could still say it's the mayor's mandate, it's a city mandate. This is what's happening. It's not our law. It's not our choice. It's theirs, right? So now it's all like the onus is on the business and the employer, and so now it's even harder. You're gonna sit there and have to argue. Like if let's say my employer decides that they want, that they want to continue to enforce the mandate, it was already impossible. It was so challenging before when it was a citywide mandate to now have to say, well, our establishment still requires you to wear a mask. People just love to fight about it, and they're going to fight about it even more now if it's just per establishment. And I
Yeah.
think this is like the wrong fucking time to do it. You know,
During the
like
holidays.
like the holidays,
Yeah.
like it's getting colder, people aren't staying or aren't outside as much, everyone's
Yes.
coming inside. Dude, and the
Yes.
fucking spread of COVID has been like, I mean, it's like spiking right now. You know, there are
Oh, I didn't know.
multiple
I didn't.
people
So
that
it
I
is
know
spiking.
that
Okay.
have
Oh yeah, because
contracted
you're right.
COVID.
Because the Delta variant is way easier. Way. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
it's very transmissible, and you know, granted, a lot of people in DC are already vaccinated, at least to some extent, and so the symptoms are going to be less, which is great, right? But like the 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 virus is still spreading, and to ignore the fact that um it's going to be increasing, and like, let's get rid of this mask mandate. You know, I mean, it was our last defense against spreading the virus, you know, to I don't know.
I think what's really important right now is exactly what Val just said, um, where like being in customer service industries and having the mask mandate be dictated by DC, it gave us a certain
A way
it
out.
gave us a certain avail or empowerment to say that this is what DC is requiring us to do.
It's
And
protection.
then you get to the thing where it's like it's going to be specific location to location to location. It's not going to be a blanket over it's not going to be a blanket over the DC diamond. It's now going to be like location to location to location, like what each location decides that what they want to do. Since it's not a blanket anymore, that each location can decide what to do for themselves. People are going to feel like a certain sense of empowerment to try to fight it.
Yep.
And it's just going to cause, now the onus is on, the door guy.
Right. The manager,
And,
the server,
it's the
host,
door guy.
like,
Yeah, so you're gonna see a lot more fighting.
or like
definitely.
even like at our establishment, we have 16, 17, 18-year-olds who are hosts, and like it's beholden upon them to enforce it when the people come in. There have been people who've there was this dude who came in and started screaming at our 16-year-old host because she said you need to be wearing a mask. She's a teenager, and she's supposed to be, and this was when there was a mayor mandate, and she tried to enforce it, and this dude just came at her, like made her cry. I mean, what the fuck kind of person are you that you're gonna attack a teenage girl who's just trying to do her job?
The same person who's going to be screaming at my 35-year-old door guy tomorrow.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it just, I don't know. I don't have.
Does anybody know what happened? Does anybody know what happened with that situation in New York, where there was a full brawl in front of a restaurant? I think it was one of my favorites too. It's
I remember
Italian
that
restaurant.
Yeah, I don't.
And it was about
Well, no, I mean, like a lot of things, Ashley, a lot of things have gone viral right now where it's like, a patron who is fighting with, you're fighting with a hostess? I'm like, come on, like you're fighting with a hostess, you're throwing a drink in someone's face, you're throwing soup at you're throwing it, you're throwing food, you're doing these things because you're a tourist. You don't even live here. You ain't DC, and you're chucking shit at a hostess who's just trying to have a part-time job and pay for her books at school. Like, what?
I'm going to jail.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say leather and lace would probably put somebody fucked up. I'm gonna hit you in the jaw. If you give me that freedom to hit you by disrespecting or hurting one of my staff members, I'm fucking you up. I'm hitting you.
Well, that's exactly what's gonna happen. The thing is it's gonna be like infighting like that. It's like my first instinct would be like as an owner to fight for my employee who's being accosted.
Absolutely.
Right? Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't like. I work like I have managed everything in DC. So I've managed like bars, restaurants, music venues. I am, holy crap, like 46 years old, but I've been working here since I was 17. And like my instance would be to, like, of course, my instance is to back up my employee, as it should be, when someone is like causing a scene. I think this is going to create unnecessary scenes. And if I had the backing of the government behind me to say, we have a mask mandate, which, by the way, they're going to have in Montgomery County because they're bringing their mask mandate back down because of their COVID problems. Our mask mandate is being lifted. Their mask mandate is coming back down.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I mean, because you need that. This is when you need government to step up and have your back. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Wait. Is Bowser rerunning? Is she running again?
Yes.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
We solved the problem right there. So all right, here we go. We got Wendy's Island turning into a dog park.
No, it's not turning into a dog park.
It's the dog park. They're turning into a fucking dog park.
What?
And
No.
it's not her problem for you to wear masks. Come on, guys.
Hold on, let me look that up. I actually thought they were doing something. I thought I saw the plans for it yesterday or the other day.
Yeah, for a fucking dog park.
Yeah, and the irony of it all is that so the mayor, issued this lifting of the mandate, and what's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of the 13 council members have signed a letter to the mayor asking her to reconsider. So that's the Chairman Mendelson, and 9 other council members who have signed this letter to the mayor asking that she reconsider, because it's like, this is the worst time.
Oh, this is the link I sent you where I was like, yeah, the DC council members don't agree with this.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
And she, so this is written by the chairman, and co-signed by several other council members. But he says, yesterday, alongside the director of the Department of Health, you announced that the district would drop its indoor mask mandate. We are concerned that this decision would place the district ahead of the science, including continuing guidance from the Centers for Disease Control that still recommends that masking indoors is the safest way to protect against COVID-19. Even the White House will maintain its mandate. We urge you to reverse your decision to drop the mask mandate. So now, to paraphrase, part of it is that, there's still now children 5 and under are still not able to get vaccinated.
Right. You setting up the kids,
right? So 5 to 12 just were able to be vaccinated just shy of 3 weeks ago. So they're not completely fully vaccinated for another 2 weeks after that, and with the winter months, people are going to be inside more, people are going to be traveling more. It's just not prudent, is what they're saying, and it's putting DC in a vulnerable position. And then he even noted that Montgomery County is pulling back on their removal of the mask mandate and reimposing the mask mandate, which is confusing to Montgomery County residents. I mean, like, they literally they pulled the mask mandate, and then within 3 days or 3 or 4 days, then they reimposed it. And I don't think I agree with them. I mean, I love Phil Mendelssohn, but like, also I agree that he's not wrong in what he's saying, that it's the wrong time to be pulling the mandate, and it's just putting DC at higher risk, given that we are entering into holiday season. People are going to be socializing a lot more. People are going to be indoors a lot more. I mean, this is the time when people should be masking. And
yeah, I looked up what the New York Times said, and they're saying cases have increased recently and are very high. This is as of November 21st. The number of hospitalized COVID patients has fallen in the DC area. Deaths have remained at about the same level. The test positivity rate in DC is relatively low and suggesting that testing capacity is adequate for evaluating COVID-19 spread in the area. So new reported cases by day, daily average on November 20th was 94, and a 14-day change, 18%, went up 18%. But yeah, so they said, well, we're about 61% fully vaxxed, 12 and up 70%, and 65 and up 84%. All ages 61. So I don't know.
I ain't down with it. I am not fucking down with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still gonna I'm still gonna wear my mask.
Yeah. That's the easiest thing you can do. It's when you're mad.
Right. Yeah,
like I said, it's like the easiest thing you can do. Well, the other thing is too is that I think the very important thing that we're not recognizing is that people lifting the masking requirements are people who are not currently working in these service-based industries, and they don't understand the extreme immediate close contact that we have to be in people. They don't understand these situations. They're viewing it from an abstract perspective. They don't realize that I manage a salon, so I'm not only doing my own clients where I'm doing 6 or 7 or 8 clients a day. So I have an Excel spreadsheet brain. So those are 6 people and they have families, and that's an exponential factor from there. But I'm also managing 10 other stylists, and the 6 to 10 people they see a day, and their families and everyone that they have been in contact with. And it's not I'm not removed from them. I'm not sitting a desk's distance away from them. I'm touching them. Water is splashing. I'm applying products. I'm doing things. Hair dryers are blowing. Like, this is not a situation where this is a situation which is extremely similar to any sort of medical situation where you're taking care of someone. You are in physical contact, and
you're in the same airspace as them. You're there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Very close. Yeah.
Yeah,
and the thing is that, like, they're still that, like, the mandate is still going to be in place for government officials, for government workers. So why are you more?
Yeah, why are you lifting?
Like, you're concerned about, like, the health of the government workers, but not about the general public.
Well, here's the thing: we're not Florida, so we want these mandates. Florida doesn't.
Exactly.
We want these mandates.
Florida don't give a damn. I was there.
But we do.
Florida don't give a damn. Yeah.
Florida. I got COVID leaving Florida. I survived COVID. I got COVID leaving Florida. Yeah, Florida they don't care. Wants to say what? What?
I like to bust my horrible. Anytime I can. Anytime I get the back gates open, I can fucking stick it up his ass.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I'm traumatized right now.
There's a sense of ease when there's a sense of ease when you can just say, hey, it's not me, it's them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and the fact that I know, like, the fact that I have to, like, be a bouncer again, and I have to when I have to put on that veil of, like, hey, I gotta go full gay on you and be like, if you don't put your mask on, you gotta get the fuck out, and I might have to kick you out. I might have to physically forcibly remove you. I'm not talking about, like, 3 a.m. at Nation. I'm talking about, like, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, at a salon, or, or walking down the street.
Where you're supposed to, like, get your self-care, and you've got to give them that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that like people don't get is like this is like a self-care situation. Like my clients who are walking in, they just want to go back to this. For some of them, it's been like 2 years since they've gotten their hair like done in a salon.
So let me ask you, how bad is some of that hair that you've seen?
That's like no, I had 30 minutes. Well, no, there's a lot of like something people don't realize too is that there's like a lot of emotional labor because you gotta like it's a place where it's a place like if you're not like you're gonna get this, ladies. Guys, you might not get it. No, actually, no, guys, you will get it. Like you come in and you sit down in the chair, and I might talk to you for 30 minutes before I even start the clock, just so that you can be easy enough to do this again. For the first time. There's a psychological and an emotional labor that goes along with being in the customer service industry right now that the person walking down the street doesn't get.
No, you're right. You're 100%.
It's a consultation. You come in and you're trying to relax the person and be like, look, I'm gonna have to cut these ends, baby. You're gonna lose some hair.
I'm like, girl, you gotta lose some legs, but you're gonna leave here looking amazing. And not only am I gonna talk to you about that, I'm gonna talk to you about your life. I'm gonna talk to you about your kids. I'm gonna talk to you about the changes that happened. You went through this, I went through that. We're here for you. We're here for each other. And like there's just like sitting at a bar and that regular who walks in, you haven't seen in 2 years, that's the same thing that happens. There's a lot of emotional labor going on that someone who isn't in a customer service industry does not get. Not get.
Okay, I feel like we need to laugh. So I'm going to offer you.
I do feel like we need to laugh.
I'm going to offer you this. I'm going to offer you 3 TikToks. It's cold, stupid Marcus, or dumb cat.
Dumb cat.
Anybody else?
But I missed it. Say it again.
Whatever you lost is dumb cat.
Dumb cat.
Yeah.
What is that?
Watch this.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Oh,
Dude, are you okay? Do you know how a door works?
Oh man.
I mean, cat alone.
Cat videos.
What did I just watch?
A cat cannot get out of its own kitty litter.
Okay, thank
And he
you.
was banging on the door.
All it had to do was walk through, but it was hitting the top of it. So it was just banging back and forth.
Thank you.
Was using its head to go through.
Yes.
Poor thing.
Okay, so I'll give you one more.
I'm about to make Marcus really jealous right now.
I hate you. Stupid Marcus, or it's cold?
Stupid Marcus.
Stupid Marcus.
Stupid Marcus.
This was actually really, I like this one a lot.
Dude, how are you the last one to show up to your own party? That is messed up. What party? Your birthday party. What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
What?
It's a surprise party.
Surprise party?
Are you drunk?
Of course I am. It's a party.
You guys can come out. Derek messed this up. Seriously.
I was wondering where all the cars were.
How stupid can you be?
Mom, why didn't you just say it's a surprise party?
You happy birthday. Thanks a lot, Derek.
Way to go, Derek.
She chewed him out.
Derek has a couple videos like that, but
Does he? Don't tell me that. I want to hope this is real.
yeah, he's got a couple of them. Poor
Whatever,
Derek.
that shit was real because I thought it was real, and it was funny.
I feel like it's real. There's a good chance because those videos don't seem fake.
Where did Boo go? Is it a PD moment?
No, Boo
Boo
actually had to
is
work
working.
tonight. He's gonna try to.
Okay.
Try to stop in for a little bit. Yeah, he was supposed to not work, and then all of a sudden yesterday he had to work. So.
Boo, we miss you.
I know. I can't believe I can't believe I actually showed up for the show and Boo's not here.
I mean, where have you
Because I'm
been?
just motherfucking liver and shit.
Hold up.
I know.
Where's our fucking what's that game?
Huh?
The dot
Oh, our
game?
bingo.
Where's our bingo shit?
Yeah,
Where-
Oh, the
where-
bingo cards.
You need to explain to me
Oh
where
man.
where you been for the past 2 months. It's time to
Oh, okay. So, I've been. Where have I been for the past 2 months? So, not to bring a big downer, I've been doing family shit. So,
Good job.
I'm sorry.
Good job. Is that what you said?
No. I've been doing family shit. So, I've been in DC, I've been in Philly, I've been in Connecticut, taking care of my family, and just doing everything that you can right now. Like, mom's been sick, dad's been sick.
Oh wow. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so like when I'm in DC, I'm working, and when I'm not here, I'm taking care of family and I'm doing what I gotta do.
So I'm gonna go outside and punch myself in the face real quick, guys.
Are they doing better?
No, they're doing like mom's doing well, dad's doing well, but I think we are all like it's something that I realized like we're all kind of living in a new sense of normal where we you know where like like you do laundry, you pack a bag, you go, you take care of the family, you do what you got to do.
I get that because I go home.
Yeah,
I go to Rehoboth every couple of weeks just because my mom has Alzheimer's. So I go home. I fucking spend time my day. I don't even do anything. I literally pack my laundry basket, do my laundry there, hang out, drive my mom around, bullshit, come right back, get back in the studio. 3 weeks later.
Exactly. Like you go home, you take care of family, you do what you got to do. But I think it's like what I was talking about with like emotional labor. We've all been doing this for like 2 years, and it's going to take a little bit of a toll. And coming on and doing this, like for like our family and like our DC community, it's like. Just like those little moments you get to take for yourself that like really make a difference. I was saying something and like I've been like staying off of social media because it wasn't a good thing for me mentally. But then I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to post something about what's going on with a mask mandate. And at the very end of it, I said, hey, everybody in the customer service industry, I see you right now. You're doing a good job. You're amazing. You're doing wonderful things. And everything that you're doing right now, everything that you're doing for me and with the community that I'm surrounded by, you're amazing, and I see how hard you're working, and thank you for doing everything that you've been doing. We've been doing this for 2 years, and it's been hard, and you're doing it well, and you're doing it with a sense of pride. It's those small things. It's those small things. Just walking up to somebody in a grocery store and saying, hey, I see you stocking those shelves. You're doing a good job.
I mean, Megan, I feel like we did that before anyway, but even more so now. But let me offer you this, because what you just said. Part of the reason why me, Boo, Val, and Jamie do this every Sunday isn't for us. Like, we get together, it's our best time of the week. We all are miserable fucks outside of this. But when the four of us get together and we do this, it's like our happiest of the week. And Dior, every time you come on here, you have a blast. And like, so we're gonna offer this to you, Megan. There's a reason we try not to talk politics on Sunday. Because we live in DC. This is our local politics. We don't need to hear it. So we like to have fun. And this is the reason why you've been following us as long as you have been. You're more than welcome to come on when you just need to get that little mental, like, fuck out of your head.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourself. So
and the DC love. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, we're here to tell the story of DC before somebody else comes into DC and tells the story for us.
Yeah.
So that is us. And Dior knew when I started with One Love Massive. She's been there from the beginning. That was our whole like mantra. We're gonna tell the story of DC before somebody else tells the story for us. And fuck the politics, fuck all that bullshit. There's people who live in DC who aren't on CNN, aren't on Fox, aren't on all those bullshit motherfuckers, aren't in Congress. People who've been here for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
fuck all those interlopers
No, I
who
think
come in and try and be like, "Oh, this is how DC is. This is
Nah,
No.
this right here that you see us 4 and 5 with Jamie, this is DC. This is what DC.
No, I think what you said, I think what you just said was extremely important because everyone outside of DC thinks DC is only the political environment that we live in. But
We got so
everyone
much
who lives
culture.
in DC and who's like DC born and bred or who has chosen DC, like I chose DC,
I've been like me and you. I've been
they know that it's everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a community.
Yeah.
We have friends and family.
Yes.
Like listen, I'm from
Also,
Rehoboth.
there is such a rich culture of DC.
Our
There's
culture
like
is
you know,
lit.
traditional, you know, like there are generations of DC natives that like have nothing to do with politics, you know, and that's a thing that escapes the general public outside of DC is that all they see is like the politics and they see the lobbyists and they see like the you know all this stuff that really isn't.
I'm gonna go back
the heart of DC.
Well, real quick, I'm gonna go back to what Mega said. Like people who chose DC. Like I rock DC as fuck. I'm not from here. I moved here 20 years ago. I moved away, and I've been coming back and forth. I moved back here permanently for about 10 years ago. This is where I want to be.
Yeah.
This is where I'm setting my roots on for the next till I die. Like I don't want to go anywhere else. You know, I love going to see my family, but that's not my. I'm not a fan of family is about blood. That's not who I am. Like my parents, yes. My brother, yes. But my family are people like you, Dior, you, Valerie, you, Lou, Megan. You're becoming family now. Like that's my family. Like people who I can fuck with. Like anytime I call Dior, that's like, hey, can you come on? She's like, fuck it, I can make time. So that and like in Val and Boo, you know how I feel about you guys. Like, so that's like my thing about DC. And that's the whole DC community. Like. We're assholes to each other, but it's like coming to our city and find the fuck out. It's like I say to people, anybody I talk to who's not from DC, we talk about like Capitol riots. I'm like, I dare those motherfuckers to come into one of our neighborhoods. They stay
Come and find out,
They
bitches.
stay in those little federal areas where the cops can't touch them. Let them go to Capitol Heights. Let them go down U Street. Let them go down to fucking A Street. Let them go to fucking like.
Come the fuck and find out.
We will protest. We protest for our rights here. We sure do.
Come
We
down
protest.
to the park. Come down to Solly's. Come down to Velvet Lounge. Like come to those places to find out how far your fucking MAGA wearing ass would fucking last.
Yeah, I'll never forget when they the whole hood was like, MAGA where? Come down here. Come down.
MAGA what?
Right down here.
I always wanted to
and they what MAGA's ass too.
I have never seen DC. Okay, so there's this whole like DC New Orleans thing where like there's like a back and forth between DC and New Orleans, and I'm here for it. I love it.
When I first moved to New Orleans, I moved from DC to New Orleans.
Oh wow!
So
there's this whole it's the same mentality. It's the same thing. It's like.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish. So I'll continue.
No. I was just gonna say there's this whole we look at it the same way. It's kind of like
right.
if you walk into it and you get it and you understand it, then like you're part of the family. And if you ain't, you out.
I was 22 when I lived in DC. I moved to New Orleans when I was like 22, 23. And it was to me, I just fell in love with go-go the minute I moved here. Then when I went to New Orleans, I fell in love with brass band music. Because it was go-go music but with horns. So you took out the conga and you added horns. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the same shit. And like I always visited, like I try to vacation in New Orleans like once a year at least. But I always come to DC because wherever I lived was really close vicinity to DC. So I didn't have to take a vacation, I could just come visit. But every time people are like always, why are you going to New Orleans and DC all the time? And I'm like, if you don't know, I can't help you. Like if you've been to those places, you don't get, if you don't get it.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. You ain't there, you ain't there.
And I tell you what, Val and I went to New Orleans a few years ago, and the first bar we went to was Molly on the Market, the place that I used to go to all the time when I lived down there. And motherfucker, I started hitting up some girl, a friend that like we knew same people, and I'm like talking about how I would love to get some mushrooms. She's like, "Oh, how many you want? Here you go." It's like, but like that.
She put out these like chocolate infused mushrooms.
Yeah, dude. But you're right. It's like the
infused chocolates.
But it's the whole like.
It's
right. But it's the whole.
It's the same way at looking at life. It's the same mentality, and it's exactly what you were saying about like. It's the same thing that you were saying about music. Like, the thing that I love about DC.
Yeah, it's the same soul.
Yeah, the thing that I love about DC, like when I first came here, when I was 17 years old, was that the same punk rock shows and raves and bands that I was promoting, like you would go to the Black Cat, and then you would go to Nation, and then you would go to the Go-Go all in the same night, and you would see all the same people. Like the community was there. I remember the very first time I walked into Republic Gardens. I was 17 years old, and I was on 14th and U. I was on 14th and U, and I walked in, and I was wearing I was like a little hippie girl, and Sam Burns actually came out of the DJ booth, and walked over to me and was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, I just started at GW, and I'm working at Nation, and I'm running a rave club, and they told me like if I wanted to hear some DC music, I should come here and I should listen to you. And he was like, "Wait. You're Megan. They told me about you. They said you were going to be coming here." And I was just like, I was like, wait a minute. And I was like,
DC.
That's DC. Someone told someone that I was coming, and he came out of the fucking DJ booth and came over to me and was like, "Hey, wait, you're the girl I heard about. You were like running like punk rock shows in upstate New York, and then you came down here to run Nation." And I was like, okay. Yeah, exactly. And like there are like 3 places on the planet that could actually happen. And the DC music community is one of those places.
Sam Burns was
exactly.
He was an amazing fucking human being, dude. He was great. He was fucking awesome. Rest in peace, my friend.
Rest in power, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in power is even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was. But you're right though. Like, yeah, like the punk scene and all punk scene here, all of those things were similar. But and that's why I love it. That's why I love it.
But the same places you see at the Booty Shaking show are the same places people you see at the Go-Go show are the same places. Like we would go from the punk rock show to the Go-Go. We would go up to Mount Pleasant. We would go to Hades, and then we would go down and go somewhere else. And we would hit like 7 places in one night. And it was the Riot Girls and the punk rock guys and the ravers and everybody else, and we were all doing the house dancers, and we were all doing it together, and we were cool. And people who are outside DC think DC is just they political.
They just don't know.
They don't get it.
I mean, I travel.
Yeah.
I travel a lot, and anytime I travel home or anything, people want to talk to me about politics. I'm like, listen. You hear about this shit like a week or 2 later. This is my local news. I was like, my biggest thing is like, you don't realize that people actually live here. Like, we're not all politicians. Fuck off. No. Like, we're the underbelly of this motherfucking city. We are this motherfucking city.
That's right.
We are.
Right.
No, and I said this when it was initially happening, that January 6th was like having a slow time lapse of what happened on November 11th. because it
September
was
11th?
thank you on September 11th because it was September 11th was immediate, and what happened on the election to January 6th was like a 3-month version of that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Oh man, it still blows me away that it's been 2 years. Like we've been living like this for two. I mean, it shifted everything. Everything's changed. Outside is
And
super.
something
It's super expensive.
It's been these past 2 years have been the fastest and the slowest experience of my life.
Mm.
Hey, can
Mm.
I?
It really
Can I?
has.
That's a good way to describe it right there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been working. I've been working. I've been doing everything like day to day, but it's been 2 years.
right.
So, guys, can I show you something that Val's been working on and we're getting ready to put on our website for our new
Yep.
T-shirts and hoodies? May I?
I want to see. I want to see it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's just like the simplest statement you could ever make.
And you know what? Now you have to put a 1 before the 202, so that's actually going to be real history.
You do.
Nah. Fuck it. So also we have another one I want to show you that we're getting ready to introduce.
Okay.
What is that? Here we go.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's like an unwritten rule right there.
So should we not do it?
Oh, hey, my lights came back on. Look, I have light.
Oh, I just Congrats.
All right. So,
oh, maybe my Wi-Fi's working. Word.
So Valerie, we're gonna have some somber things to share.
What?
The somber things we're gonna share in a little bit. You want to share them now, or you want me to wait till?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, are we so? Well, before we go into the somber, I did want to make a mention of I felt badly because I was supposed to talk about this last week and I just kind of it slid by us because we were talking about other things. But we have former guests, the Amphibians, the music collective here in DC. They premiered their mini documentary this past Thursday.
Yeah. Somebody's peeing again.
Is that Megan? Are you peeing?
Megan, put it on mute. Put it on mute. There you
go. So they released this mini documentary that they've been working on. The link to the YouTube video of the actual event. The event was a Zoom event, but you could also watch the entire thing on YouTube. So that's running down at the bottom over there. So it was one of the members of Amphibians, Joey Too Fresh. He does these this podcast, Fresh Convos with Joey Too Fresh. And so it's a kind of compilation of some select interviews from that podcast, plus some other things that that they've been working on as a collective since the since the 90s. Really, they've been developing their affinity for hip hop culture since what's been dubbed as the golden era of hip hop. So we wanted to just give a little shout out to them. They were awesome guests on our show. They're also going to be releasing, I think, a new album shortly. So we just wanted to bring attention to that. I want to say, like I said, you can watch it on YouTube. At the I think their website, their YouTube channel is just Amphibians, so you can watch that there. It's a pretty impressive. I think it's a lot at the very beginning. it's a lot of them just going back and forth talking, and then the documentary starts around the 15-minute mark. So I encourage everybody to look out for it and take a gander.
Amphibians are actually really cool guys. They're fucking down to earth and they're pretty
Mhm,
awesome.
mhm.
So Val, can you give us our call of action?
I can. We are the District of Misfits Show. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits Show. On Twitter, you can find us at DC Misfits. On YouTube, as I said, at the District of Misfits Show channel, YouTube channel.
Like,
Please
share,
like and
fucking watch.
subscribe. Share, watch as many videos as you can. Have it rolling in your background whenever you're doing work, if you'd like. On Twitch, we are District of Misfits. If you'd like to support us, buy some of our merchandise that we have on the crushingdc.com website. You can buy one of those hats that Marcus has on, perhaps a t-shirt. You can also get some. We're going to be adding some of Crushing Apparel's old vintage items that Boo
Actually,
used to
hold
have.
Val for 1 second because I am going to share the website for a second.
Okay.
So you can keep talking actually about the website.
You can also get some hats. So just a bunch of different things. We have our old things that we had on before. We've added a bunch of new stuff. A lot of different as fuck items. You can also get some jackets, tank tops. We're really excited about some of the new items that we're going to be adding.
We got Jolly as Fuck for Christmas. You need to get that one. We still have Dumb as Fuck for Trump. Got the new Philly as Fuck right here. The DCAF. The Irish as Fuck. So we got some new things. We'll get ready to put out Be More as Fuck as well.
Some other
good
fuck
shit.
things. So yeah, please support us and spend some of your money at Crushing DC and get some holiday gifts for your family.
And if you make sure you get the order by December 8th, if you want to make sure you get it by Christmas. That's what my distributors are telling us. And if you want to be a guest or want to promote someone on the show, please contact us at the District of Misfits Show. And if you want to create your own podcast and do your own thing, hit us up at the District Dogface Studio at gmail.com.
Yes.
Megan, why are you fighting the streets? It sounds like you're fighting the streets.
Well, I'm sitting in the streets because I like to sit on my patio because my apartment is like teeny tiny because I can't afford shit in DC right now because it's too fucking expensive.
Shit in DC. That's why I moved to Maryland.
I know, but like I just want to be able to I want to be able to walk out of my house in my pajamas and get to work in 3 seconds because it was a fucking pandemic and I didn't want to have to fucking rely on Uber.
Listen, the only reason I moved from DC is because me and my roommate were paying a lot of money for our spot. And she's like, I'm tired of paying for other people's mortgages. I'm going to buy a house. I'm like, cool. So we looked in DC because we wanted to stay in the district. We're on Mount Rainier, which is right on the border of DC and Maryland.
I can't move outside the borders of DC. It'll change me as a person.
But listen, me either. I never knew fucking Mount Rainier existed. I never went past fucking Montana. Like, I never knew that. I didn't know
Mount Rainier is dope. Mount Rainier is dope.
So let me explain why it is dope. So we're literally one block off from the district line. But we were looking at houses in the district, and they were like 800,000 to $1 million. And we crossed the border 800 feet, and it's half the price. We're like,
that's what I'm saying.
We're still right here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear you though, Megan. I hear you.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I got really freaking lucky. I got really freaking lucky. Like my first place in DC was on Logan Circle before Logan Circle was Logan Circle. When I used to have like hookers in front of my house and gunshots every night, like in 1993.
That's what you pay for.
That's what you pay for. That's exactly what you pay for. But and then all of a sudden, the place that used to be like a shooting gallery and a methadone clinic was like selling penthouses for like $1 million. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Well, that's the thing. we were right off U Street, 4th and Florida, and our rent was going up 6% every year. So I started, it was like $1,000. By the time we moved out, I was at 13. So like, if I was still in that place, my rent would be like $1,800 right now.
Yeah, like my first place in DC was 3/4 of a mile away from the White House, and I paid $350.
Oh God, yeah, you were downtown back in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, I could walk from my house. I could walk from my house to the Black Cat. I could walk from my house on 15th and Rhode Island to the Black Cat, and there wasn't a single business open.
No. But see, DC
now it's just like
DC's a very walkable city. Like,
yeah,
you take these metros and you don't have to walk, but literally it will take you half the time to actually walk. Like, I'm just saying.
Now hold on. Now my grandmother did hair on 14th Street, so I could walk to the Black Cat myself. It would be right down the street a little bit. But my grandmother was doing hair right there.
So Dior, I want
14th and U back. I love 14th and U. I love it. But like back in the day when it was all like independent businesses, now it's like
I loved it 10 years ago.
Yeah. And I don't hate it now. It's just that like
it was special. It was special.
You're right.
It's just hindsight. Like sometimes I have to like slap at myself in the head and be like, hey, 30 years happened. You've been here for 30 years. You've been here for 30 years of this shit.
I remember hanging out at Marvin and getting drunk and going out on the street and spinning around in circles. And there was no you ain't doing that shit now. You ain't doing that shit now. No.
I don't know. I remember the one.
It's such a city.
This was, I mean, obviously, this was a while ago. I was going to the Black Cat, and I drove myself, like by myself, in my mom's Honda Accord, and I parked the car, and I was like, it's all a little bit sketchy here. I parked the car, and I was like, uh-oh. And maybe I should have brought someone with me. And this like lovely homeless guy comes over and he's like helping me park the car.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he goes, oh, for $10, I'll like watch your car.
Watch your car.
Make sure that it stays safe. I was like, dude, I'll give you $10.
Black Cat.
And I was like, I'll give you $10 afterwards if my car is still here.
See, that's the girl.
That's right.
See, that's the thing. It's like, no, I ain't paying you now. I pay you when I come out.
No, I was like, I'll give you $10 now. I'll give you another $10.
If it's still
here when I come out. He's like, no, you're good. I'm keeping 9. And I was like,
I'll pay you $10 and I'll get you a slice. You're fine.
So Dior, you're gonna laugh at this. My cousin came in town. We went to brunch today, and she's from Rehoboth, where I'm from, but she lives in Annapolis now. So we came in. We went to 14th Street, and we were walking around, and we came upon Chicken and Whiskeys.
Chicken and Whiskeys.
See, you already know what I'm getting ready to say.
But the whole menu is different. That menu is different now. That when we had it was 5.
So for you guys that don't know, Dior and I, we tried to do like a cooking show, or not a cooking show, like an eating show with me and her, where she gets really stoned, and then I go talk to the chef, and we eat. And Chicken Whiskey was our pilot, and we ate a lot. And the chef came out. It was actually fun.
So
maybe we should revive that. We should bring that back.
I love it.
Especially now with all this.
Where you get super stoned.
Yeah.
And we go in and eat, and I'm the drunk one, you're the sober one, and we do the menu like that.
So let me tell you, not last weekend, the weekend before, was it? Wait, now I'm confused. Last weekend, or sometime last week, they Chicken Whiskey did their Friendsgiving, and they like
their whiskey is great there.
Where the bar is. And so they catered the whole thing, and I was like, this food is dope. And nobody was eating, and I was like,
hey Val, speaking to your mic, get right.
I was like, wow, how come nobody is eating?
See, you're Filipino though. You like that fried chicken shit.
And I was like, is anyone gonna start eating? And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start getting food. Their food was, oh my god, it was really good.
So, Dior, what would our show be called? With the drunk and the stoner?
Oh.
Drunk stone?
Well, you gotta have food in there somewhere, because people want to hear about that. We should do a twist on the Taste of DC, so we could do oh my gosh,
Drunk and stress. Stress.
Taste of
Chef.
DC.
Stoner food. Stoner rat. No. Stoner.
Well, this is a
Hey, I'm gonna break in here and be like, it's got to be something that can go on a T-shirt. It's got to be simple.
No. The drunk stone cipher.
But what about the food? You gotta see the food in there.
You have to put a food in there.
Stone.
Eat fire, stay smacked. I don't know. Because the food gotta be fire.
We're not really good at this.
Gotta be fire. The food has got to be fire. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like torch. You can say
Marcus and Dior versus the fire.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out. Yeah.
We're not getting this game.
No.
We're not getting this game. All right, so Val, I'm gonna pose this question to you now. Do you want to do the somber shit now, and then I play the TikToks to cheer us up?
Somber. Let it go, so we can get to the.
I agree with Dion. Let's do the somber shit now.
Okay. So there have been 3 incidents, tragic incidents that have happened in our industry in the past couple weeks. Just wanted to bring light to some of these things, and hopefully people can help out where they can. The first is one of Shibuya / Death Punch.
Give me a heads up. Which thing is this so I can pull it up?
One. I'm going 1.
Don't say first one. Just tell me where.
Shibuya.
Okay, I got it. I got it right here.
So the sushi chef of Shibuya Eatery, Shabu Plus, and Death Punch Bar, which is right on 18th Street, owned by Candace and Darren Norris. Their main sushi chef, his wife, passed away a few weeks ago. She had complications with her second pregnancy. And then ultimately she ended up going into coma, and the delivery of the second baby caused a cerebral aneurysm, and she fell into a coma and then passed away.
Get to the mic. Speak to the mic.
Passed away. I am speaking to the mic.
Treat it like it
His name is Antonio, and he's left to take care of his newborn baby and a 3-year-old boy. So there is this GoFundMe page for him to help support him and his family. As everybody knows here, the service industry community is very tight. 18th Street in general in Adams, Oregon is extremely tight. So this tragedy has reverberated up and down 18th Street. So if anybody is able to and willing to donate to the cause, this is the GoFundMe page. And I think that they would really appreciate it. So again, these are like 3 very sad but important things to highlight within our industry, and it's sad that all of these things have happened within just the past couple weeks. The other one is also in Adams, Oregon. A Midwood employee, her name is Nina Larson. She is a 24-year-old aspiring opera singer. She worked at Midwood Police. Last Saturday, she was on Columbia Road in Biltmore and was hit by a vehicle and subsequently killed. So this was on Saturday. She just graduated from AU. She was an aspiring opera singer. Just very sad. You know, there's been a really big uptick in pedestrian collisions and deaths in the city, and I don't know, the city's they've been trying to address it. I don't know. I really don't know what they've been doing to try and address the situation, but it's gotten significantly worse. You know, this is something that's happened quite a bit more in our city. So our hearts go out to Nina and Nina's family. She has a brother, Peter. I don't know if there's anything that's been organized to raise any sort of funding for her. But again, keep
an
her
eye
family
out.
in your prayers, and there may be some things in the near future to help support them. And then the last thing is the one of the chefs, Commodore DC, which moved from 11th and P. They under new management now in DuPont. Their head chef Noah was biking down somewhere close to the Commodore on Saturday last week, and he was struck by a vehicle, and he is now in critical condition. I believe he's still in a coma, and we don't have a lot of information. We just know that that our hearts go out to Noah. We hope that he is able to recover.
Noah's a good
Ramirez,
dude. I do know Noah. He's a good
dude. Commodore just reopened again this past year, like during COVID. And again, as I mentioned, you know, this city is the industry is very tight knit. Noah is, you know, very well known and well loved in our industry. And we're all rooting for him and praying for him and hoping that he recovers. If we hear any more information about him, if there's any more updates, we will try and keep everybody posted. But we just wanted to make sure to highlight those three things that have really rocked our industry this past
Megan, stop fucking shaking.
We can hear you like rustling a little bit, Megan.
Stop fighting your phone. But yeah, I mean, they're all. I mean, listen. As much as we like to have fun and enjoy ourselves, we also have to appreciate the fucked upness, and we have to do this. I mean, we did it with. We do it all the time.
I mean, if you got to keep it real, you got to talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's happening in our community. Yeah, we got to.
And like I said, you know, this community is very tight knit, and we always come together and come and support. And
as much as we want to keep it like light, sometimes we gotta fucking.
That's right.
Cry.
Yeah.
We gotta cry a little bit.
Yeah.
So that being said, Dior, we started a segment called "What Makes Marcus Cry."
Right on time.
Jamie's right on time. So Dior, what makes Marcus cry when I watch TikToks or whatnot? And last week, both me and Jamie were crying. The two heart asses were crying and doing.
Oh, we were crying. We actually cried. We cried well into the next segment.
Yeah.
I didn't stop crying.
Jamie had to go get a towel.
Marcus just cried on the show. So this was sent by Val because like I said, I was out of fucking social media this week. But when I watched it at night, I did get a tear. So it got my approval. This is what makes Marcus cry tonight.
Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
See,
and I love dogs.
So we get wild as fuck here, but we wanted to show you guys that we actually have fucking hearts.
Yeah.
And
sometimes.
No, literally, like Val sent it to me. I didn't watch it till like tonight because I loaded the videos up, and I'm like, I watched it, and I'm literally crying. I started crying.
Choking up.
and I looked at the Val. I'm like, okay, it's got Marcus' approval, and I have fucking tears in my eyes. I'm like, all right.
The dog, I mean, he's 5 years. 5 years he sits there at the fucking end of the
And this is why we do not deserve dogs. We deserve cats,
no.
not dogs.
Oh.
Oh well, my cats. I mean, my cats are like
your cats are
bugs.
cunts.
When
Funny
so
okay.
there's a when my uncle passed like a couple months ago, I was like really sad about it, right? And I would like every so often I would just be like lying on my couch and I just like tears would just like and my one cat who's an asshole other times of my life, like typically she's just a bitch, but she was sitting kind of near me, and like whenever a tear would come down, she'd like take her little paw and she'd like wipe at it.
Oh my god.
You
Oh
do know
my
what that means,
god.
right? The cat literally called you weak and then licked it. Was like the salty
No,
tears
she was
of a
like
silly bitch.
pat pat pat,
Like,
and then she would like, and then I'd cry again. She'd like pat my face again, like she like.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my I need a mammal. I need an animal. I need a little dog or a kitty. Oh
You
my
can have one of mine. I
god.
have 3.
Oh my god. So sweet. Oh, animals can feel. They
can.
know.
Absolutely.
Okay,
We
Marcus,
don't
that was still
deserve
kind
them.
of sad. You have to put the funny stuff
Yeah.
on. That was
Play
still
some funny ones, Marcus. Come on.
sad.
Well, you guys keep
Crying for
talking
the
to me
dog.
because I need to find one TikTok that I met the devil.
Well, unfortunately, something scary flashed by my screen, and it's sad. Guys, I'm sorry. So, 29 were injured in Wisconsin because
no.
a car drove through a parade, a holiday parade.
Oh shit! I did hear about this on the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, it just shocked me, and I was like, "Oh my God!" She's talking about the accident that happened in the industry to a fellow worker, and this is comes up on the screen. So they're reporting some fatalities, 20 people injured.
yeah.
Not good. I mean, straight plow through the crowd too. That is, I mean, and you've got like a drummer, like you've got a whole band, marching band, and then I don't know what's going on. I'm staying my ass in the house.
Where was that at? Hold on. Oh, where was that at?
It was in Wisconsin. They call it the Waukesha Christmas Parade.
Well, that's not
Waukesha. It's probably Waukesha. But,
the weird thing about all these places like Wisconsin, Nebraska, Indiana, Illinois, everything is named after some Indian shit, and they be like, "Fuck these Indians."
Exactly.
I thought about that recently too. I was like, they're all named using some sort of some Indian
Chicago
Native
means?
American name.
But they don't want to give them their land. Don't want to respect them.
You know what Chicago means? Like what that actual like Native American tribe. You know what Chicago actually means?
No.
Stinky fruit.
Stinky or sticky?
Stinky fruit.
Stinky fruit. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's crazy because that's really telling of everything that's going on in there. Their politics is jacked up. I think they're like a new murder capital. All types of stuff. It's real. It's stinky fruit. It's crazy.
Stinky fruit, man. That's why.
And you already know what your boy, what's his name, Jose Smollett did. A different world.
My nigga Juicy.
Juicy Smollett.
Val, where are you going? We're getting ready to play TikTok.
Oh, I have to pee.
All right, fine.
I
Hold
can
on,
hold it.
I'm looking at some videos. I'm trying to.
You're not ready yet. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't got much time left in me. I got a full stomach. I just dealt with a 6-year-old's nosebleed.
Oh my God.
No, we're almost done. Chill the fuck out, everybody. I'm just trying to get these two really funny TikToks didn't load that we need to watch. They're funny.
Oh, they're taking forever. Yeah, so that's crazy, man. I don't know why they don't rock with them. I mean, and I know why they don't rock with them, but I don't know why they do that.
I have a converter. I have a converter. All right, I'll just show that one next week. But I'm gonna wait till Val gets back. So while Val is gone, Jamie, do you have anything you want to talk about before on your way out?
I actually, you know what? Let's end this really positively, guys. And I'm not going to be too much a dick about this. I hope that little white boy dies in a really tragic way. and I will giggle that day that happens.
I second
How
that.
about that? That's. I actually don't wish death on anybody. Well, Rush Limbaugh, Donald Trump.
I wish
My
death.
third grade teacher, Miss Smith, that bitch can still die. Actually, I hope she is.
What did Miss Smith do?
You know what Miss Smith did? I'll tell you what the bitch did. And that's how she fucked me over for my entire life. I told that bitch on career day that I wanted to build Legos. She said that's stupid and it's not a real career. And here we are in 2021.
Building Legos?
And I could have been out in Switzerland building Legos, but no.
She was a big hater. Yeah, them teachers. Big hater. That's all right.
So you guys want to? You want to talk about like teachers? Let me tell you a funny story. Well, it's not really funny because it's my life. My brother. All right, so my brother was a straight A student, honor student, like was like the cream of the crop kind of student. And so I came behind him a couple years later. So every time I came in, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to leave it. So anyway, every time I went through him, like through junior high, like fucking teachers like, oh, you're Matt's little brother. All right, yeah, we can't wait to have you in school. And I'm dyslexic. And
man, that sucks.
Is that funny, motherfucker?
No, I already know what you're gonna say. I warned my little brother not to mention that he was my little brother.
Well, no, I mean, there's not many Donovans in fucking the state of Delaware. There's like two of us, me and my brother. So anyway, like they thought I was going to be disgraced. I have a learning disability. So anyway, go through my shit. My mom calls them out, blah, blah. So my brother, fast forward a few years later, like 10 years, my brother now is a administrator, is a principal and all that shit in like high schools. But my greatest accomplishment, my most proudest, because I'm the gangster of my family. My brother's like the book smart kid.
Okay.
This old ass white teacher who's a piece of shit was like talking to my brother and was basically saying, "Oh, you're gonna be such a great teacher," blah blah blah, because he was one of her fucking pride and joys. And he looks at her. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a great teacher and better than you because I'm not gonna treat someone like my brother like a piece of shit." And I'm gonna actually teach kids unlike you, and like destroyed this bitch. Destroyed her. And like I said, my brother's reserved. I'm the gangster. So when he told me that story, I was like,
I know I have a hard time seeing your brother do that.
Oh, but I've seen my brother snap before. But still, like motherfuckers can be gangster every once in a while. They can do that. All right, I think I have the TikTok sort of mute up a little bit more. Dior, why I'm doing this? Do you have anything that you want to express to the people?
Yeah, we're going to be having a launch event December 20th at Songbird. We're working on that now, so make sure you mark your calendars from that. It's going from 7 to I think about 10 p.m. We're going to do a celebration and some DJs. It's going to be dope. And then we've got the DCMS playlist party. That's going to be December. It's going to be on Twitch, so you can watch it from wherever you are, listen to it from wherever you are. And that's going to be during the morning. And that's going to be December 13th. Yeah, so that's what's going on with DC Music. So right now we're planning for 2022. So we're looking for sponsors. We're looking for people who want to do classes, want to be on panels, want to help out. We're looking for all of that right now. So you just email us at info@dcmusicsummit.org. Go to our website, dcmusicsummit.org. And yeah. I think I'm going to be doing a jam soon. It's going to be lit.
So if you need to know all of Dior's things, go to beacon.com.
Yep. Beacons.page/Dior Ashley Brown /.
That's where you need to go. This is her Facebook page. This is her personal one.
Big love, Facebook.
Don't fucking send her DMs and shit.
Add a music to the end of Dior Ashley Brown.
Add the music. I meant to get the music, but I forgot to get it. This is her Instagram. But this is where you want to go if you want to find everything about Dior.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you fuck with Dior, I kill you. Anyway, that being said, Dior, are you ready to do a podcast with us? What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm down.
All right, so here we go. We got a couple good TikToks left. Oh, Val, you're the last person. You have anything left?
What?
Jamie and Dior did this thing. You have any last word? Okay, great.
Oh, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
You two are done. I'm talking about Val, but fuck Val. Here we go. Here's the thing: if you're a server or a waiter, and you wait on a redneck, sometimes you need a translator. I'm just telling you guys.
Lady.
Where's the rest of it? Yeah, it's barely even half full.
That is a full pour.
Full pour my ass. Right, what'd you do? Spill it? Drink it?
Right, I got it.
Folks, we got an issue with the wine. Yeah, this mother trying to give us half a glass. Yeah, look at it. No, that's a full pour. That's just an extra large glass, so there's room for swirling. Swirling? I want to drink it. Yeah, you swirl it to open up all the flavors of that Kendall Jackson. Get all that good flavor.
Kendall Jackson.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
That is hilarious. They brought up Val counted to that Kendall Jackson.
That wasn't fucking genius.
They said, I want to swirl. I want to drink it.
Megan. All right, here we go. Megan.
All right.
You have any last words, Megan, before I go into all my TikToks? Okay, great. Megan, we love you.
Oh wait! Oh no! I didn't realize I was back in. I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to say, good night to everyone, and I wanted to say, if you are a customer who is asking for service from a customer service industry person at this time, the smallest thing you can do is just say thank you. That's all you can do. That's the smallest thing you can do. Is just be like. Well, no, the most wonderful thing you can do is like ask for their Venmo, but then after that you can say thank you. Exactly. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
Say cunt, Megan.
Yeah. No, I just say uniqueness, nerve and nerve. There you go.
So Megan, the reason I say cunt a lot, it's not because of females. It's because I
You don't say cunt that much. You keep bringing this up.
Oh my God!
Wait, how did we get here?
I'm telling you.
Earlier, Marcus was like, "I don't say bitch," and I was like, "You're a fucking liar."
No.
I say cunt more. I'm like, "That's a fucking lie too."
10 years ago, I watched a lot of European.
10 years ago, go fuck yourself.
Okay, Jamie, where are you? You're right there. Okay, go. So about 10 years ago, I watched a lot of British and Australian films, and they say cunt every 3 words. So I'm like, cunt. Yes, cunt. You're cunty. Don't be a cunt. It's the same way we say bam. It's the same way we say bam in DC. They say cunt.
Okay, say it frequently.
I used to spend a lot. There was a period of time where I was spending a lot of time in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, you got weird look good too.
And these fucking, kids,
saying cunt
would say cunt. They would say cunt before they would say bitch. They just called everybody a weak cunt. Oh, why you?
I mean, it's the fashion world, like to be cunt, like in the fashion world.
Charisma, uniqueness, so I can nerve. You're fine. You're fine.
All right, guys, let's laugh our way out. We're gonna laugh our way out of this one.
Okay, let's laugh our way out.
So I feel like this is Jamie. This is the one when I asked you guys if you want a cold. This is the cold.
Cold out here. What's this guy doing? Did you not see the forecast?
Oh shit.
Bitches just be walking around in shorts.
But you can't feel the fucking cold, motherfucker.
That was cold.
Well, fools just be walking around in like shorts and flip flops like they just own DC. It's like fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing this week. Like I fucking work in a restaurant, and motherfuckers were eating outside this weekend.
Well, you're a chef. That's a whole different thing. You're a different beast.
Hold on. We have heaters and the people are eating outside. I'm expediting now. I'm okay if you're that guy wearing shorts and flip flop eating outside. But when I drop your food off and you got motherfucking gloves on, go to fucking side. And guess what? Every person who ate outside last weekend was white.
It's
I was always thinking why people like temperature gauges on.
I don't know, but that's your cousin.
You're not my family.
I never understood all right, you got like a hockey jersey and like some booty shorts. Your temperature gauge is off and shit. Like I'm real cold up top, but these legs don't feel shit.
Well, no, y'all gotta understand. Like, U Street is a whole different beast. Like, girls, like people be walking around in like tank tops, like they're dresses. Like, I'm sorry, like they're out there acting a fool.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm acting a fool, goddamn. All right,
full fool.
we got 2 left.
Okay, let's go, Marcus.
This is a racial one.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
If a black person ever calls you cracker, just let them say it. You can say things they can't say either, like, thanks for the warning, officer.
Did you guys hear it? Should I play it again?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
If a black person ever calls you cracker, just let them say it. You can say things they can't say either, like, thanks for the warning, officer.
That's dumb. I'm mad at that. I'm mad.
White
saw that on Monday.
Out there, white people. That's true.
I saw that shit on Monday, and all week long, I was like, I got it. Hey, thank you for the Never.
All right. Guys, your last TikTok. Good night. Anything else you want to say?
That's it.
All right, don't
This is dope. I had too much fun. It's always late.
Nah, I just want to say I love all y'all. You good?
Love you, man.
You good? 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 You good?
We'll be able to talk on the other side. But this is my favorite TikTok of the week. This one actually was fucking hilarious. Might play it twice.
Regret voting for Donald Trump without actually telling me you regret voting for Donald Trump.
He said he'd call. He promised me he would call. He never did. That lying son of a bitch.
Did you guys see the finger?
I missed the finger. I missed
for
the
finger. Watch the finger.
It's the whole. It's the whole
without
Cheeto.
actually telling me you regret voting for Donald Trump.
He said he'd call. He promised me he would call. He never did. That lying son of a bitch.
That was wrong.
Seriously.
Oh my God. How do y'all even find this stuff? This is crazy. Oh my God. That does not come in my algorithm.
Oh my God. Oh.
Algorithm either.
All right. Anybody else? We good? We good?
No, we good. You good? You good? You good? You good?
What to do?
Good.
Thank you for watching another episode of the DC as Fuck Show.
Misfits.
So, I want to thank Valerie Torres, Jamie Roderick, Dior.
No, wait, sorry.
What? Why you stop me in the middle of my thing? Dior, motherfucking Ashley Brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, the gay showed up. I fucking hear her. Oh my God, it happened.
The outro this week.
I don't know. Like, I didn't even know it existed.
Well, basically, we can't really see you, so you don't.
I know. Sorry. I know the power thing.
Totally insane. They pushed me out and maced me.